Several Red Wings players are representing their countries over with the IIHF right now. And once again, Lucas Raymond is standing out for Team Sweden on the international stage. Raymond had a goal and 2 assists as Sweden beat Denmark 6-2. Lucas Raymond has been one of the bright spots of the Yzer plan. So let's take another quick look at the player that was Detroit's highest draft pick in 30 years. This is your 7-Minute Wings. Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. Please click the like button. Please click subscribe. We're getting toward that point where I'm going to have to be creative with any type of regular postings here on the channel. It may not be daily as we go into summer, but we've got the draft coming up. We've got the IIHF going on. Carter Bear will be back in action because the Memorial Cup's going to start Friday the 22nd, I believe. We've still got the Griffins playing and, of course, the World Championships. So the IIHF is in full swing. I touched base. There are multiple Red Wings that are representing their countries right now. Team Germany not having a great run. They lost 3-1 to Team Finland. Moritz Seider, who's captain over there, he wasn't on the score sheet for this one. I hadn't mentioned this because I really wasn't paying attention. Justin Faulk is the captain for Team USA, at least according to what I'm reading. Team USA beat Great Britain 5-1. Justin Faulk wasn't on the score sheet. Max Plant, who's also over there, he didn't factor in on the scoring for this one. Canada, Cam Talbot. I'm a little hesitant to give updates on Talbot because he's pretty much a former Red Wing at this point. But he gets a shutout in a 19-save effort. Emmett Finney is supposed to be on that roster, but I haven't seen him doing anything at this point. So I don't know if he's just over there in case an injury opens a spot, but on May 10th, they said Emmett Finney's part of Team Canada. I haven't seen him on any box scores, and he's not on Team Canada's page for the IIHF at this point. But, of course, the standout right now is Lucas Raymond. Team Sweden beats Denmark 6-2. Raymond had 3 points in this one, a goal and 2 assists, and his goal was the game winner. Beautiful rip on the power play. We're back to international ice. Remember, the Olympics were on North American specs, so it's that wider ice surface. I actually love watching this. That extra 15 feet really opens up the game in a nice way. Lucas Raymond, he's over near the left face-off dot, and we've seen this. He can get that shot off so nice and just rip the top corner. The other thing we see from him is sometimes he just looks like angry when he scores. He's not even celebrating. He's just, yeah, come on, let's go. Raymond has that competitive fire that should be driving the team forward. He and DeBrincat, they're your top wingers. Of course, Larkin's your captain, your top center, and Seider's leading the blue line. But Raymond brings something special. He's kind of that lone wolf out there. He's going to be fighting no matter what. And I just don't think they've done right in putting together the right line for him. Detroit needs to bring in another center. They need to get something established where Raymond has a consistency. Too many times it's been Larkin and Raymond and blank, where they filled in with Emmett Finney, but they've got this rotating left side wing, and it's just they have not stabilized for someone who should be one of your team stars. But I went back, I looked at the draft where Lucas Raymond was grabbed. Now, the team hadn't picked anywhere near the top 3 since 1990 when Keith Primo was drafted at 3rd overall. The next year, they grabbed LaPointe at 10th, and that had been Detroit's highest draft pick up until Philip Zadina. Detroit finished dead last, and the lottery pushes them back till 4th. They made the best of it, and I don't think Yzerman gets enough credit. I went back to the draft on this. Yzerman and Draper. Now, Draper is apparently the person who pushed for Raymond. So I went back and actually looked at the draft. That was the second NHL draft I'd ever covered since I'd started writing. and only one person had Detroit picking Lucas Raymond at 4th. NHL.com had Drysdale and Marco Rossi as the picks for Detroit that year. Only Dauber Hockey, of all the pundits I went back and saw, had them picking Lucas Raymond. The hockey writers had Marco Rossi. Last Word on Sports had Cole Perfetti. NHL.com, again, Drysdale and Rossi. The Sporting News, Chris Peter had Cole Perfetti. So did Corey Pronman from The Athletic. Steve Cornianos had Marco Rossi, and Craig Button had Jamie Drysdale. So almost everyone had some form of either Marco Rossi or Cole Perfetti as Detroit's pick, except for Dauber. And Detroit took a swing. They grabbed a winger instead of a centerman, and I think it paid dividends. Lucas Raymond has been a bright spot in the Yzer plan. For all the criticisms, and there are plenty, and they are legitimate, I think the first round has been a lot better under Steve Yzerman. Head over to the hockeydatabase.com, hockeydb.com. I'll put a link to all of Detroit's drafts. If you go back to 2000, in the Ken Holland era, the top first-round picks, in 2000, they had Cronwall at 29th, and at 2014, Dylan Larkin. And that was a huge boost for the club at 15th. But the picks leading up to the transition, so in 2013, Anthony Mantha obviously didn't really move the needle. He's doing better for Pittsburgh this year, but he didn't pan out the way you needed him to. 2015, Evgeny Svechnikov at 19th. 2016, Dennis Chalowski at 20th. 2017, Michael Rasmussen at 9th. And the most painful, 2018, Philip Zadina at 6th overall. And what makes that one worse is Quinn Hughes was picked at 7th. So to me, Lucas Raymond, he's doing what he does on the international stage. Remember, he set records for Team Sweden at the Olympics with multiple three-point games. Second in Sweden's history for scoring with 9 points at the Olympics. And he continues to shine as one of the bright spots of the Yzer plan. Thanks for tuning in. This is your 7-Minute Wings.